So step 1, learn regular old 2D chess. You know, if you don't know how to move a knight out or develop a bishop, then learn that first. Step 2, understand that while regular chess is played on an 8x8 grid, like this board here, a chess board, 5D chess is played on an ever-changing, ever-growing grid of chess boards. As time goes on, you can see that boards stretch out from left to right. Boards stacking up vertically happens when somebody time travels, like this knight here, time travel back to this board here. So when you time travel a piece like this knight that is now time traveling back to the start of the game, you can see we've now created more vertical boards in terms of your grid of boards. The vertical space is filled by these extra timelines being produced as a result of time travel. So how did that knight do that? Well, step 3, understand that pieces can move along 4 distinct axes in 5D chess. Little confusing, you'd expect maybe there to be 5 dimensions of movement, but there are in fact 4 dimensions of movement. So in 5D chess, pieces can not only move vertically and horizontally on the board that they are in, they can also move vertically and horizontally across the grid of boards. So with these 4 dimensions, you can usually work out how pieces move. Bishops are a good example, they move in 2 dimensions at once. Rooks are a good example, they move in just 1 dimension at once. But study this graphic for a good idea of how pieces move in 5D chess. Step 5, notice this line marked the present. In the past, behind the present line, pieces cannot be moved. Nothing. So past boards can be moved to, but they cannot be moved on or from. Boards on the present must be played, so in this case black must play on this board because it's in the present. They don't have to play in the future. Playing on boards that are in the future, that's optional. Step 6, understand active timelines. When you travel, you create a new timeline, but you can never create more than one more active timeline than your opponent. If the player playing white pieces creates an active timeline, it will appear down here to the south of the main line. If the player playing black pieces makes the timeline, it will appear above the boards there on their side. You can see now that white has created a timeline here that is not on a purple arrow, it's on a white arrow. This means it's a timeline created by white, but it's not active. Timelines must be purple to be active. Black doesn't need to play on that. All black needs to do to progress their turn is play on boards that are active and in the present. It's just because white has done 2 time travel trips before black has even done 1. As soon as you are more than 1 timeline more than your opponent, your timelines are not active anymore. So understand active timelines. What this all amounts to is essentially only time travel when you absolutely have to. It ensures that time travel is a resource that is used by both players relatively evenly. Step 7, I say strategy. Strategy and practice. The puzzles in the game, they're good for this. And you just have to get a feel for how things move and how things work. A key concept is delivering a checkmate in the past. In this classic example here, white has a move that can get checkmate in 1. So it doesn't much look like there's a checkmate on this board, but we've got to think about this king in the past. This king here. And the way that rooks move. Now rooks move along 1 dimension at a time. So if we pop it up here and submit moves, that is checkmate. So when a rook moves in time, it has to stay on the exact same square because it only moves in 1 dimension at a time, baby. So work through these puzzles. You'll learn all these sorts of little concepts. This video is all the basics you need. And I look forward to seeing you in some of my league matches, my 5D chess league matches starting later on today, which will be live streaming here on the channel. So do subscribe, like the video, send this to a friend who you think might be interested in 5D chess or a little crash course, and I'll see you soon. Peace.